Hi there, punks and chumps. I am Zip, I draw, and this is ZipDraw.
ZipDraw.
I don't know, man. Anyways, on social medias, you may have heard of the SixFanArts challenge, and that was where you would ask your followers to pick six, characters to make fan arts of, as it says right here on the paper. And here were my six: Joe Exotic from Tiger King on Netflix, Hellboy, Solid Snake, Miles Morales, Spider-Man, if you didn't know, Rorschach, and Kirk Oceana. Yeah, so let's get started. So first up, we have Joe Exotic. Joe Exotic is from a Netflix TV show called Tiger King. It's about some crazy redneck dude who has tigers. I haven't seen the show, and I just know Carol Baskin is hated, and I think everybody's hated on the show. I didn't care for it, so I haven't seen it. However, this was recommended to me by one Craig Michael Scott. He's an artist that I know, really cool dude. I'll have a link to his artwork in the description below. So one thing I noticed when I was drawing this guy, looking up pictures of him, is he has a very rectangular head, and I really wanted to get the tiger up in the front in there as well, but I wanted to get it, kind of goofy, adorable looking, and I'm noticing right now that his eye is crooked. but it's okay. This was just a quick piece. I think altogether all of these took me about 4 hours. So yeah, this one was really fun. Trying to get this is an actual person, celebrity, I guess. Now. So yeah, I go in with a flat hard. I use a hard brush because I wanted to get these done quickly. So I used a hard brush for my shadows, but using a color that I liked. So in this case was blue, and I used a little bit of a orangey, a light orangey color on a glow layer for the highlights. So now we got one of my favorite ones here is Hellboy, and I tried to go with a little mixture of both the Ron Perlman and David Harbour mixture of the two. So it's a very Ron Perlman head, shape, but with the hair and the grittiness of the David Harbour. David or Daniel? I think it's David. David Harbour Hellboy. I like how he has hair on the top of his head. I know he's bald in the comic and everything, and in the Perlman one, but I like the hair on the head. It looks more metal. And I'm using this symmetry tool in Sketchbook Pro on Adobe. I love it. It's one of my favorite tools, my favorite software for art, honestly. But enough about that. They're not paying me to gush about them, so I'll just continue. So yeah, this one I wanted to go very purples and reds. Purples that signify like death or the underworld and stuff like that. In a lot of cases, so I wanted to have that as his shadow. And the highlights, I went here with a soft brush on a glow layer, and I think I went like an orangey yellow for the highlights, and just kind of put that in there. And then I went and made an overlay from orange to purple, so you can get more of it to pop out. And we finish it off with some nice eyes, and look at that, pretty. And I just noticed the fire just kind of shoots straight up. I was supposed to cut off a little triangle piece from the fire there, but I never did. Oh well, whatever. So now Solid Snake. Solid Snake, I was looking at, one of the things I remembered I liked was when I was younger was the concept art, the style for Metal Gear Solid, and the way the guy does it. He does this really cool, like, weird style where he does minimal line work and this watercolor wash for color over everything, but with like a blue and purple tint to everything, but all still faded. So I tried to capture that style. Did I succeed? No. Do I like it? It's all right. You know, from my first attempt at that style. I can't remember the artist's name, the concept artist for Metal Gear. If you know it, put it in the comments below. Let me know. Educate me. Edumacate me. Learn me something. So yeah, now we have Spider-Man. And this one I was trying a couple poses. If you saw the first one, he was kind of swinging towards the camera with his, crotch first and legs open, and I'm just like, that looks stupid. So I just went with a normal swing. And I in the end, I like it. I had a little trouble with the legs and perspective here, but I figured it out pretty quickly. I loved the stretched out stomach and abs here. I liked the way that came out. I'm happy, proud of that. Yeah, that leg was giving me a little bit of a hard time, but I was able to get through it. One of the things I really liked about Into the Spider-Verse was the backgrounds. Well, I loved a lot of stuff about it, honestly, but the backgrounds, the buildings, New York or Brooklyn or whatever the fuck, wherever they're at. What I loved about it was just that the way the buildings looked. They were blue and they were kind of blurry, but they almost looked like speed paintings. And so I tried to emulate that, try to make that, make that kind of look to these buildings. And I really like how it ended up turning out. They use a lot of purples and blues. And that's my phone, sorry. And yeah, I just had fun with the final result of the background there. Yeah, so now we get to the fun part. We're gonna put some highlights onto Miles here, and then I go ahead and also I do a gradient because he needed to fit with the lighting of his environment. Next, we got Rorschach, and this one I really liked. It was a tie between this one and the Hellboy one, but I feel like Rorschach won. I tried a different style. Oh yeah, using that symmetry tool again for the ink blot test on the Rorschach test, whatever. Anyways, so I went and used this blobby black brush, just hard blobby brush, and I just made blobs of black, just crushing black shadows. And I cut out parts of the shadows with a hard eraser, but I didn't use any shadows when I colored it. It's all flat colors with a gradient on top of this gritty solid black shadows, and it came out really good. Yeah, so then, oh yeah, I guess I did use a little bit of shadows. Never mind, I lied. I'm a liar. Some highlights and shadows, okay. Anyways, still like it. It's one of my favorite ones. And I had to splash some blood on him with a blood splatter brush. Now we transition to Kirk Oceana. He's a beast of a man who's instructor for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and has even competed in mixed martial arts. He taught a few of my friends in San Francisco at the Ralph Gracie Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Academy in San Francisco. I think now he has a new school, but you can also check him out on YouTube. He has Kurt's Move of the Week. His link to his channel will be in the description below too. But he just shows off, a new jiu-jitsu, grapple that he is liking that week. And yeah, but now to the drawing. So I actually have been loving that Rorschach, crushing black shadows, and so I decided, yeah, I want to use that for Kurt as well. And I decided also to use a bunch of different gritty textured brushes for the final look as well. Right now I'm just kind of like blocking out the line work, and then we're going to come in and you're going to see lots of just me just putting solid black, like right there in the arm, solid black around the arm, and then I'll just cut out and shave off some of those shadows with hard eraser brush like I did before for the other shadows. This time they're just solid black. It's something I've always been afraid of just using lots of black for my drawings, since I want to show off the line work. But in all honesty, sometimes you gotta cover up a lot in black. And in the end results look really cool. Like this one looks really great. And you look at all these textured brushes. And the guy who recommended that I draw Kirk is a practitioner of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He studies it. His name is Gene Kim. Great guy. He also requested that I draw Ralph Gracie, which I do in the next one. Yeah, look at that. Looks pretty good. Baby blue shadows and orangey highlights. Nice. And yeah, here we go. We're done. So these are the final pieces to my SixFanArts challenge. I had a lot of fun making these. If you like this and you want to see more of it, I hate when YouTube videos do this, but I gotta. So if you like this, you want to see more, comment, let me know below, and like and subscribe. Hit that little bell thing as well and all that shit. And then swear your life to me, give me your firstborn. But I'm probably gonna get back because I don't want your firstborn. I want money. All right. Well, thanks for watching, and I love you. I freaking